On our last day in Bethlehem, we bid goodbye to our beautiful hotel, the Manger Square Hotel, located in the heart of the city's commercial center, just a 5-minute walk to the Church of Nativity, which is the birthplace of Jesus.
Ano, sister?
Wish us luck on our trip to Egypt.
Yan. Yung sister, isa sa ating may example na kahit merong kapansanan ay nakapunta talaga siya dito sa Holy.
We had our luggages checked and ensured to be loaded in our bus to take us to the border crossing for Egypt.
So going to Egypt, sister. Hello mga sisters.
Hello! Hi,
Ano ang
good
pakiramdam
morning.
ninyo na alis na tayo dito sa 3 days sa Bethlehem?
Yes.
I believe in Jesus Christ, His Son and Lord. He was conceived with the power of the Holy Spirit. They will be done on earth as it is in heaven.
So goodbye Bethlehem, Israel. Maybe next time makabalik kami dito sa awa ng Panginoon.
Amen. The Memorare. Remember, Most Holy Virgin Mary. Never was it known that anyone who fled to your protection, implored your help, or sought your intercession, was left unaided. Inspired with this confidence, I fly to you, Virgin of Virgins, my Mother. To you do I come before you, stand sinful and sorrowful. The Mother of the Word incarnate, despise not my petitions, but in your mercy hear and answer me. Amen.
Amen. Yes.
So you crossed the promised land from where? From Jordan.
The Dead Sea is extremely salty. It has the highest salinity level in the world. As mentioned about its salinity during our actual visit to the Dead Sea, the reason why it is salty is because, being the lowest sea level on earth, all the water coming from the Sea of Galilee, the Jordan River, and even from Golan Heights all flows into the Dead Sea.
This is the Dead Sea.
So why is it called Dead Sea?
Because it's dead. There is no life in it.
No,
No fish.
No fish, no plants, nothing.
no exit.
Exposed to the intense heat of the desert sun, the water in the sea evaporates more quickly, thus intensifying the salinity levels. Plus, the dams and other human activities have diverted some of the river's water from the Dead Sea, which leaves less water to dilute the salt content. This also means that the Dead Sea is slowly drying out. So, if you haven't been to this amazing place, it's time for you to come and visit this place.
Also, you'll see, I'll point it out when I see it, there are something called sink holes. Like, big holes where the earth collapses. Why? Because it used to be Dead Sea, and then there's no more water, but the soil is salty. So then it rains on this area, and the fresh water will flow into the salt earth, and it dissolves the salt, and it crumbles, and it gets like dissolved. So the earth becomes like a hole, big hole, and that's a problem. In a few minutes, I'll show you how that sinkhole, it was like big beaches even were destroyed by sinkholes. It was a big issue, it's an ecological issue. Look here over how the road used to be. If you look to the left now as the bus turns, the road used to go straight. But because of the sinkholes, look over to the left now. Look how the sinkholes destroyed the whole road. All this area got totally damaged, like Sodom and Gomorrah. We're actually in the area of Sodom and Gomorrah, my friends. This is Sodom and Gomorrah 20th century, where all this got like totally crushed because of the sinkholes. there are several interesting places. One of them is Qumran. We visited Qumran, remember, on the first day. What did they find in Qumran?
Dead Sea Scrolls.
Very good. The Dead Sea Scrolls. The Dead Sea Scrolls. Also heading south, there's another national park called Masada. All these mountains you see on the other side, they are in Jordan. Yeah? So this is the area of Moab. Moab in the Bible, talking about the Moab mountains. And Macarius. Macarius. There's a place called Macarius, and this is where the St. John the Baptist was beheaded in the fortress of Macarius on the area of Jordan on the other side by Antipas, right? So she wanted to get rid of him, so she danced for the king, and when they asked what she wants, she says, I want the head of St. John the Baptist on a plate, right? So there was like a prison over there on that side. So they put him in that prison and they beheaded him there. So the place where he was beheaded is across the Jordan.
After about 4 hours travel time from our hotel in Bethlehem, we reached the Taba border crossing at about 11 o'clock in the morning. Following strict security protocols, we unloaded our luggages from our Israel buses and we waited at the arrival hall for our passports to secure Egyptian visas. Security procedures include, among others, number 1, no filming allowed in Israel passport control. We need to carry our luggages from our Israel buses to Egyptian passport control at about 500 meters. And we have to pass through several checkpoints.
Sister, kumusta na? Nasa Egypt na tayo, ha? Sister, kumusta? From Jordan to Israel and now in Egypt.
Oo. Ayos ba, di ba?
Ayos.
That
God
is
bless.
good.
Kayang-kaya.
Kayang-kaya.
Basta nandun
The
si
grace
Kristo
of
sa ating
God.
buhay. Nandito si Kristo sa ating buhay. Kayang-kaya, no?
Kayang-kaya. In God's grace.
Praise the Lord.
Kaya all the time.
Siyempre. Ito yung mga kasamahan namin mula sa Jordan, sa Israel hanggang sa Egypt ngayon.
Hello, we're in Egypt now. Welcome Egypt. Welcome to Egypt.
Hi!
God
Welcome
bless.
to Egypt! Hello! We are now in Egypt.
Bless the Lord.
Hello, welcome to Egypt.
Bless the Lord. Brother,
Hello Egypt. The land of Pharaoh. The land of Pharaoh.
amen.
Precious ancient artifacts.
So thanks God at natataka na po ang ating passport para sa Egypt. So salamat po sa Panginoon at makapasok na kami sa bansang Egypto.
Kaming mga selected mga Nana,
Chosen ta bro. Selected and chosen.
sa mga
Sis Donet, ano po ang next natin?
We're going to St. Catherine.
Tonight.
Yeah, tonight. Oh, now we're leaving for St. Catherine. We'll arrive there around 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock.
Then tomorrow,
Oh, and then hopefully we have climbers. We will climb the
Mount
Mount
Sinai.
Sinai. The Mount of the Ten Commandments.
It was the place when God gave Moses the Decalogue, the Ten Commandments.
Sa burning bush also.
Okay, okay. So maraming salamat. Daguhoy World Travel. Ang opisina ay nasa Tagbilaran City. Contact lang kay Sister Nonet Bulo, ang ating
Thank you, bro.
owner at manager. For 25 years, nag-operate yung ating travel agency. So maraming salamat, Sister Nonet, at God bless po sa ating. So ito po karami, no? Mga 70 tayo.
68.
68 tayo sa grupong ito. 70 sana, may dalawa na
Hindi nakalis.